Well, how's it going today, everyone? And it looks like we have another games journalist simping for the dead game Concord. You guys may have heard of Concord by now. It's an embarrassing failure from Sony and PlayStation. It's basically Overwatch but fat, black, and gay, when Overwatch already has stuff like that. So that's impressive, I guess, to be even gayer than Overwatch. And we have a website named PC Gamer. Yes, this website again, they keep saying stupid shit. And here is their tweet about Concord. And it says, the eagerness to grave dance on unpopular games have become a bad habit. Oh no, it hasn't. Let me elaborate for these idiots in the media. The reason we are celebrating because this game was dead on arrival the moment we saw it. I didn't watch the original PlayStation conference, State of Play I think is what it's called. I didn't watch that because I don't watch any of these gaming conferences, all this boring AAA garbage, but whatever, let me get to my point. Since I didn't see it on there, the first time I saw this game is when people were talking about it, posting a picture of it, and it had pronouns on the character selection screen. Since that is my first impression of the game, I knew this game is going to be dead on arrival and trash and gay because nobody wants goddamn pronouns on the character selection screen of a video game. Why do I have to explain this shit? We are celebrating because it shows how stupid and brain dead and out of touch corporations are with their audiences. If they had any common sense, they would know that majority of gamers do not want this nasty homo gay shit that Californians want. Pay attention to the audience of your platform or franchise and just gamers in general. Gamers want attractive characters. Not everyone wants this political shit. 99% don't. Like, this is fucking retarded. Pronouns in a video game character selection screen? You thought it was gonna be a big hit? Are you that stupid? The characters themselves look fucking ugly in this game. They're like fat, black, obese, nasty, hideous creatures. Nobody wants that nasty shit in their game. People love attractive characters. You're never gonna change that. Sex sells. You're never gonna change it. That's how men are wired. That's wired within our DNA. We love beautiful women. If we see a beautiful woman, she grabs our attention. We get excited. We want to support. That is it. You're never going to change that. No amount of brainwashing or trying to turn people gay is going to change that. Either you willfully are stupid and ignoring this, or you really that fucking gay. And I'm more inclined to believe the latter. All of these people are living in a bubble, whether it be in California, New York, Seattle, you name it. They do not know about the rest of the country. Either that or they choose to ignore it. And when we don't like something, we get called every name in the book. It's the same shit time and time again. That is why we celebrate when games like this die. It has nothing to do with the game itself being unpopular. It's unpopular for a reason despite having so much money put into it. The game is just shit. Not even just the gay shit. It's just boring. It's ugly. The characters look terrible. What do you expect? They did things that turn people away because they are so out of touch with the rest of society. They are out of touch with gamers. And we knew this shit was going to be trash and they still released it. Not that they were going to cancel it, but it's just funny. Like, who asked for this? That's what we're celebrating. That's what we're grave dancing right now because this is obvious. So stay mad. Stay fucking oblivious. Stay retarded. But anyway, I wanted to look at some replies to that tweet. And this first one says, gamers should stop celebrating the death of the games we tell them to like. And this is the meme where it shows a smiley face covering a crying little bitch. And that is exactly what games journalists are. When are these people going to realize that we do not like them or we don't take them seriously? You like this game simply because it has your nasty ass representation. That is why you like this game. And plus, you are paid to like the game. We don't take reviewers seriously. Why would anybody trust someone that's literally being paid by the company to promote their product? Why would we trust what you have to say? Your opinion is already ruined. It's fake. Clearly, you're not going to say anything bad about the company because then you'll lose your access. And I hate that these companies do that as well. They have ruined reviews by doing this shit. And I find it hard to trust a lot of YouTubers as well. But here's the shit that these fucking companies still don't realize. Paying people to say that your shitty ass game is good is not going to convince the actual public. When consumers look at the game, they clearly see that the game is fucking garbage. They clearly see it's ugly, boring, whatever. It doesn't matter what game we're talking about. It doesn't have to be Concord specifically. It could just be in a general sense. They decide not to buy it. And you having these fucking journalists say, oh, it's 10 out of 10, it's game of the year. Everybody should buy it. This is going to be a big hit. It's just like, and they make absurd comparisons to some other popular game in that genre. Try to say it's just like that. It's never like that. It's always was. Stop doing that. You sound retarded. Whatever. That does not convince people to buy a game. Why don't you just make a good game instead of paying people to say the game is good? It's the same shit every fucking time. They never get it through their head. They paid a lot of people to simp for this game across many different websites, and it has not worked and it never will work. The sooner you realize that, the better. But I doubt you ever realize that because corporations are so fucking retarded. But anyway, we have one more comment to look at, and this comment sums up how gamers feel perfectly. And it says, "You're getting it twisted. Gamers are not eager to grave dance on bad games. In fact, gamers greatly prefer when games are good. Rather, gamers have been trying to convey to developers for years now that they are tired of political activism in gaming, and Concord is a prime example of this. Hideously designs, racially and sexually ambiguous characters with pronouns in their bio. Anyone pretending this isn't a direct political statement is either delusional or lying. It is the culmination of years of DEI activism. When developers decide to patronize gamers by attempting to educate us or train us to accept their activism, and the result is weird, lame characters in a hero shooter, of course they are going to celebrate this backfire. The grave dance that you are seeing re Concord is not a habit, it is a response reaction to a specific subset of games. And thank you for explaining that perfectly. They have not been listening to us. That's why I was saying earlier in the video. We do not want this. This is clearly and obviously political. They keep shoving it down our throats. They want us to accept their ideology and politics when we just want to play a game. But they don't understand that, or they don't want to understand that, or they just don't care. And they're gonna pay for it with all these different layoffs and firings and failures and stuff like that. And Concord is a perfect example of developers not listening. And then you have a massive failure on your hands. And it was so avoidable if you just never would have made this garbage in the first place. This could have been somewhat salvageable if you took out all the gay pronouns and stuff like that, put in some attractive characters. It could have been maybe a fun Overwatch type of game. I don't know. It's not for me personally. I love FPS games. I just don't care about hero shooters. It's just stupid and boring. I don't like multiplayer all that much. Prefer a single player FPS campaign if we're talking about first person shooters. But clearly Overwatch has an audience, and if you want to make a legitimate competitor to that game, focus on the characters. The characters are what made Overwatch. People love the characters. They have great personalities and backstory, and they are attractive characters. There are interesting characters in that game. But instead, they rather push activism and then attack the fans that don't like this shit. They have done that. The people behind the game have already called gamers all types of names. It's so predictable with these types. They make something stupid and gay and trash, and then when we don't like it, we get called racist, misogynist. It's the same shit every fucking time. They never learn their lesson. If you would just give gamers what they want, you would make money. Gamers will be satisfied, you will be satisfied, but you can't help yourselves, can you? It is what it is. So this comment sums it up perfectly, and that's how a lot of gamers have been feeling for a long time. For like 5+ years maybe. Definitely a lot recently when the gaming industry is getting more and more political, especially with consulting companies like Sweet Baby and stuff like that. It's just so predictable and it's old. We've seen this happen to other industries, other forms of entertainment, and you're gonna pay for it like they pay for it as well. And I have no sympathy for this industry or the people in this industry. I hope the gaming industry just burns down and goes bankrupt. So that's pretty much all I gotta say. Concord and PC Gamer, go fuck yourself.